I told you we were going to do a lot of things in this lesson. Let's check back and see if we did them all. So these were the 4 things I said we're going to be focused on in the lesson. So first up, area of a trapezoid. Which formula did you end up liking best? It was Sheila, Tuvok's, or Rajan's? The one you're going to see most often is Sheila's, which is 1/2 h times a plus b, or you'll often see it as base 1 and base 2. That's what I've always seen. The other ones certainly work, but this is probably the most common one. So there's area of a trapezoid. I told you we're going to learn about formulas. There's one. You did it. Formulas is just, normally it has more than one variable that we fill in. It's a rule that helps us in very common situations. So this one's area of a trapezoid. I said before there was the speed one. There's lots of them. So rather than every single time we get that situation and have to re-figure out how to do it, a formula just gives us the answer. Nothing else to learn about formulas for that. It was just a new word. We reviewed order of operations and stepped it up a notch in how difficult our questions are. So remember, we did groupings first. Here's a grouping. Then we did multiplication. There's multiplication in 2 spots in this one. And then addition if there is any, and there's not in this one after we do that grouping. So doing good on it. We're going to keep going with order of operations, but it was nice to see it up a level from what you'd been doing. And finally, we learned about terms. Terms are separated by an addition or subtraction problem, and they're really nice because they allow us to focus on one piece at a time. So for example, in this one, we had 2 terms. Did I copy it right? There we go. We had 2 terms. Here's 1. Here's 2. They were divided by addition. How's that help us with order of operations? Well, notice how it grouped together all the multiplication and division. It made it a little bit easier to do the right order, as opposed to getting lost about, oh, is that 2 plus h? Do I do that first, second? It just kind of groups it together, makes it easier to focus on. So that's what terms is doing for us. And we'll investigate terms more later, but you gotten introduced to it. So we did all 4 things: area of a trapezoid, formulas, order of operations practice, and we learned the word terms. This stuff is going to keep coming back up, so if you're not an expert now, it's okay. If you're super lost on something though, let me know so I can help. That's it. Adios.